Welcome back this Monday, guys, the 23rd. We got NIT, CIT, CBI. Who cares what we got? We don't have March Madness. I was just listening to my man Mike. He was talking to some guy, and the guy said, "What did he say? He was waiting for March Madness. He was waiting for the real March Madness. He really wasn't feeling tonight's game." Is that what he said?
That's correct.
He wasn't interested in playing tonight's game because they weren't meaningful to his bracket.
Correct.
As if he couldn't go walk to the window and make money on these matchups. Because he didn't know anything about these Louisiana Tech, A&M, Illinois State, Old Dominion, Murray State, Tulsa. Maybe the guy hasn't been watching my videos where I said, take advantage of the obscure games often overlooked by the general public, where you can access the good teams against the bad teams. Like the other night, Lafayette is a game my outlaw sources have been banging all season long. They were +6. They won the game outright. Guys, if it was so easy to take every top 25 team or a higher seed against a lower rated seed, all the favorites would win and all the dogs would lose, and you would be making an absolute fortune. Do you realize how many games has Kentucky covered this tournament?
0.
What?
0.
0. They're going to win the whole shebang. They haven't covered one game. So you're a square, and you're waiting to lay 13 and a half. I'm doing this broadcast on Monday. I got guys crying. I had to wear my headphones last night. I was listening to music. and I was dancing while I was watching the West Virginia game. And everybody's blowing me up saying, oh, look how Maryland is going down in flames. Guys, do you think Maryland was in an enviable position? Whoever won this matchup is going to get their ass kicked against Kentucky. The question is, will West Virginia cover the spread? The line right now opened up at 13 and a half points, and Kentucky has not covered a matchup yet. They're 50% against the spread. They didn't even cover the second half in the game last week. Did you see what happened? What did they do? They were up by 8. The line was 7.5. They missed 2 free throws with, 20 seconds left?
And let up a free dunk.
And then they let Cincinnati have a free dunk that busted the second half spread at 7.5 and the major number at 14.5, right?
Correct.
Winning the game by 13. So for all you Kentucky lovers, how'd you do? 0-1 on the spread for the full game. 0-2 when you doubled down on the second half because they were up by 7 at halftime. What did I say on the radio show at sportsbookradio.com 2 weeks prior when I was at my Las Vegas office with Brian Blessing? Fade them in the second half. I actually went with them because they looked too good and they looked like we're going to blow it out, and lost in the second half on that stupid dunk. Hey, I'll talk about my winners as well as my losers. Yesterday, we had Oklahoma minus the 4. My man Mike over here, he was taking gas. What did they had a 9-point lead?
With 10 minutes to go.
No, they were up 9 in the first half.
We're up 9 in the first half.
Then they were down 9 in the second half.
Down 10 with 10 minutes to go.
Down 10 with 10 minutes to go. And I told him, turn the TV off or I'm throwing his Russian ass out the window. And they won the game by what?
6.
6. Land 4. Because it's all about the number, guys. What you're betting on is a number. You're not betting on a game. You're betting on a number. And what you have to understand this time of year, that's all that matters. Now, Ottawa. Let's talk about, is it Ottawa?
Ottawa Senators.
Ottawa Senators. They've lost 2 games in a month and a half.
That's correct.
You hear that, guys? 2 games they've lost in a month and a half. The other day, my man Brian Blessing had them on the puck line, and they won the game -1.5 plus 145 to 3 against Toronto. Look, guys, it's a little late to hop on this wagon. Let's see if they're playing tonight. They are playing San Jose. Let me call Brian right now and see if I can get him on the phone, see what he says about Iowa. Let's see if we can get him on live here while I'm doing this video. if he's on the radio or not. So what are we doing with Ottawa tonight? They opened up at 144, and now they're down to 30 cents. You had them nailed on the puck line the other night. What are we doing?
Who they playing?
Who they playing? He says.
Sound asleep.
I love it. Ottawa, you're living the life of leisure. San Jose Sharks, which you lost with yesterday, but the Ottawa's at home.
No, stay away.
Well, you think they're going to lose it? You think they're going to break the streak?
San Jose needs the game.
So you,
San Jose's in 10th, Ottawa's in 9th. Top 8 make the playoffs.
all right, I'm laying off Ottawa, but don't take San Jose. Just leave the game alone.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, I've been betting Ottawa because
You got
I
to.
think their team's going to beat, but they're, San Jose's good. I mean, I'd lean to Ottawa, but I ain't going to lay juice with it.
All right, you got it. All right, what time are we on the radio tomorrow? 12:40. All right, I'll be on live air at 12:40 tomorrow. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow. NIT, CIT, whatever the hell it is today. All right, 12:40 it is. All right, you got it. Bye. Direct from the NHL horse's mouth. That's how I roll because I have connections from coast to coast. I just pick up the phone and call the man. Guys, this is what you got to understand with syndicate betting. It's simply that easy. I don't get paid for what I know. I get paid for who I know. The man says lay off Ottawa. I'm laying off Ottawa. Pick up the phone and make the call. I'm live every day. Sportsbookradio.com. Tomorrow live, 12:40 Pacific Standard Time, 3:40 Eastern Standard Time. You want to join the syndicate? You want to learn how to win with the wise guys? Don't have an opinion. I'm listening to Mike over here. The guy's telling him he wins every week. He's calling and inquiring for information. The guy's telling him he wins every week. He wins every month. He's never had a losing week. He quotes him a fee of $4 a month on our syndicate package to get started. The guy says he bets $2 to $5 a game. And what did the guy tell you? He said he doesn't know if he can make that big of a commitment for the first month. His heart started racing like he hasn't worked out in about 6 years. But he can bet $2 a game because he's a credit bettor who doesn't have to lay any money out on the Vegas Strip. And that's the difference between playing with monopoly money and playing with real money, honey. Pick up the phone and make the call, 888-201-4201. Listen to all my radio shows archived online at daytradesports.com. You'll be glad you did. Happy Monday, guys. Don't worry about these little obscure games. If there's a line on a game, either side can win.